Hi, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Vincent here from Richfield IT. Just today want to share with you a background, a quick overview of how our company actually gone through the process of TEP and then benefited from it, and then to let all of you know how we actually did it. So without further ado, a bit of background of my company. We started in 2004. We've been around for 10 years. So all the while, we've been quite innovative. We always listen to our customers, understand their needs, and then use technology to bridge the gap. So what we do, we actually focus on digital asset management. So digital asset management is actually something that is actually coming more and more increasingly important because everything is becoming digital. Images used to be low res, now they're talking about high res, 16 megapixel on a camera. Just like videos. So same thing, it used to be very small, low-res videos. Now we are talking about HD, Ultra HD. So we also provide kind of services on demand for our customers to help them to control and manage all this content from different providers. And then at the end of the day, what it does is to maximize this content, because having content stored in your own organization means nothing. Especially, example, to the schools and to the government agency. You need to disseminate. So you need to have a very good platform. So some of our customers actually benefited from it. We are also using open standard technologies like Java, open source. So our customers, these are a few of our customers, they benefited from our solution. But having done and solved their repository content management issue, they come back to me. They say, hey, Vincent, I have this problem. My videos are getting bigger and bigger. That was back in the year 2010. So I'm also scratching my head. So how to help them to solve this problem? So what I did was I go to the RIs. I identify that I square R. They have a very so-called interesting value proposition for me. We actually help them to so-called take a look at across what are the technologies that they have, and then we identify this platform. So this platform itself, once we identify, we've gone through a few key considerations. So this key consideration is that with TEP, it helps us to simplify the process. All right. In the past, is that we need to contact many agencies to, or many parties to actually get the thing start rolling. But now with IDA and TEP program, it actually helps us to, with a single point of contact, to kickstart and jumpstart the whole process. Number two, now the TEP also quite generous because, as just now mentioned by Dr. Lee, free evaluation of technology. During my time in 2010, it wasn't that generous. I have to put money of my own to get this whole thing started. So again, I think these are nowadays the improvement that we see, after 3 years down the road. And more importantly is that there are also TEP program for you to engage their R&D engineers into your company, which can help you to defray some of your R&D investment. So these are also very good consideration in this whole TEP process moving forward if you start engaging and then start considering the licensing part. And that, as a result, open new business opportunity for us. Because by leveraging on the prototype that they have, we are able to open new doors. And then that's where you can get interested potential customers to come in and work with you. I think that is very important. Then the RIs are also nowadays very good. They are willing to listen. They are willing to hear the constraints that you have. Not like in the past. They are like ivory towers. You knock on their door. They say, "Who are you? How big you are? How much money you can bring on the table." But now I think nowadays these are a different landscape. I think it's a more friendly landscape. I think seriously is really helping SME. And then from an SME perspective, you must be also willing to trial and error, because technology coming from the RI sometimes may not as what it claims. I think I have to be very upfront. These are things that you yourself have to be very mindful of. That means patience is number one. You need to be patient. Yeah, if you are not patient, you're thinking that this technology, after I adopt, wow, can fly, can bring you top dollar. I think you all have to lower your expectation. I think these are things that you have to be very mindful of, because Rome isn't built in one day. It may take a few years. Yeah. Then the other thing is that you also must give feedback to them, and then work closely with them, so that as a result, there are future releases, which in the end also benefit you, because future releases means more improvement, better quality, and better technology. So this is the platform that we license from I2R A-Star, which is, I think just now Mike has briefly mentioned, the scalable cloud video platform, which actually transcode high definition video into many layers, and then push it out depending on the resource that you have, and then adaptively adapt based on your bandwidth and the platform that you are currently used to view the video. So everything is dynamic, not cast in stone, and all done in one file. So we see this as an opportunity for us back in 2010, because our customers are getting heavy duty videos, and then they are trying to stream out to other countries. So problem, right? Because if you use the commercial product out there, they can't handle this kind of technology. So at the time, I2R has this technology, so I work closely with them, and then now we are into our third year of licensing commercialization with them. So this is some of the news article back in 2011 where we started licensing from them. So there was some public announcement on the papers announcing our official licensing. So some of our success stories, as you can see, over the years, we have to painfully build up our record. So you can see in 2012, we have done this pilot with NUS High to deliver a lecture on demand solution. And then we also partner with StarHub to launch a cloud video-based hosting streaming service. We recently deployed to a local government ministry to stream out rich content videos onto their intranet for overseas consumption to the extent of those really low bandwidth countries. So they can actually enjoy some of the internal videos that they have on hand and then to be disseminated internally. And lastly, we also in the year 2014, recently we won an IDA BART tender together with StarHub to provide video platform solution to all the government and the schools. So as you can see, these are effort that you need to slowly put in. It's not like in half a year's time, things will happen. So that's why I just have to let everybody know these are something that you have to be really be mindful of. So some of the domain diversity that we offer in terms of solutions, like video surveillance, we are now working with ST Electronics, ST Infosoft on this. Some video entertainment, the schools, and also biomedical schools. And also in the government industries, government agencies like Ministry of Foreign Affairs, STB, National Archives. These are our customers because they have very rich content. So these contents, no point keeping it. Yeah. So they need to share it out. But sharing out, they do not know how to manage. So that's where we come in, we go in, advise them, consult with them, and then roll out the respective solution. So today, a bit of advertisement. Later on, after the break, if you go to the downstairs, there's a booth there. If you want to understand more about my technology and my platform, do come and visit me. Otherwise, you can come to this link to have a trial, to so-called have a good feel about what my technology is. And if moving forward, there's some interest, we can look into some business engagement, and we can do on a subscription base or a turnkey project later on. Yeah. So this is my last slide, which is the advertisement slides. So I thank you very much for your patience and your time and your attention to my so-called presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wee. The next presentation is by Mr. Christopher Lim, Director of TigerNix Private Limited. So, Mr. Lim, please.
Hello, everybody. I'm Christopher here from TigerNix. I think everyone have heard about how TEP works. I think I'll share a bit about our experience about why we actually engage TEP in the first place. And our title is How to Work with Technology Partners. And I think after my presentation, you'll get an idea about how to go about doing it. So basically is that what I'm going to tell you is that we will have a simple agenda. We'll talk about new perspective, reduce risk, and I use this thing called why TEP will simplify your jobs. And I'll show you a bit more about how that can be done. Okay, a bit of just give you an idea about what we do. We're actually a software house, so we build enterprise software like accounting, inventories, and we do CRM, customer relationship management, e-commerce. So we do basically end-to-end for enterprise. So our customers use our solution for 80% of their functions. So we need to solve a lot of problems. Problem like, for example, they may want to optimize their inventories, all the way to they want to do some searches and all these in our systems. We don't have all the capabilities, so we work with TEP to source for different type of technologies to help us. But I won't talk so much about technologies in the area, but I'll just show you that why do you want to go through this process itself. You see, the thing with thing is that, you see, if you a lot of times, right, you go and talk to the customer will give you a problem. And a lot of times when we find, oh, can you do this, but we know that it's not inside our product features or list. So we go back and ask our R&D, can you actually do this? And the first thing they'll say, oh, I'm rushing for a project. Because as an SME, our R&D team sometimes also double up as working on projects. And the next thing, the thing is that maybe you propose to your finance director or you'll say, hey, what's your budget? But we don't have budget. Our budget is very tight. The budget is closed for the year. We already set. And our budget is usually very tight as an SME because cash flow is very tight for us. And the next thing is that you go to take a CTO, hey, can we solve this problem? You say, well, this problem you need to solve, you require people with mathematics, degree or master degree or even a PhD. We don't have this talent, and can you hire? Wow, then we talk to HR, the HR say, wow, you want to hire scientists, you know how much you want to pay, Then the finance company, can you guarantee you can get a project? So these are kind of things that we face daily. I think all SME face kind of things. So the key thing like this is that, can we have a new way of solving a problem? So look at it, then might approach us, hey, why don't you look at technology sourcing, look for a real way of looking at things. And sometimes maybe the technologies, you say technology is an enabler, it's not a product. So we can talk to them that what you want to do, but you may be surprised what are the things that you bring out. Sometimes maybe even not inside your perspective, because for us, we are programmer, we always think of that, but we may think of sometimes in other domains, like maybe in electronics, other sectors, they have solved this problem, and they can bring this thing to your technology itself. So I want to show you something that sometimes even very simple thing like how you use your iPad, right? You never thought of it, but I'll show you that you can do this at home, but at your own risk. Yeah, let's show something. So sometimes it's a new perspective, Sorry, I think that's not.
Sag mal, Papa, habe ich dich noch gar nicht gefragt. Wie kommst du denn eigentlich mit dem neuen iPad zurecht, was wir dir zum Geburtstag geschenkt haben?
Gut.
Mit den ganzen Apps kommst du klar?
Was denn für Apps? Gib mal bitte die Stift zur Seite. So.
So the thing like this is that a lot of times, you see, technology is enabler, but the different type of use stage, right? When you talk to more people, you talk to a different group of people, they give you new perspective. They never thought that this kind of thing can actually solve or even use that as a chopping board, right? So these are new ways of sometimes look at it. The next thing is that, hey, let's say that we believe that, we should actually do, go and source out for different to complement our in-house R&D. So, wow, there's so many things out there, so many features out there. How do we evaluate? And what kind of, so the key thing is that I think the TEP for us is a very good program because a lot of times what we do is that, how do we know, right, this thing can sell? Your customer will buy. How much can you sell? And will the customer buy or not? And were they going to pay money? You can do a survey, but out of courtesy, people say, yeah, it's a good thing, but the thing like this is that they don't know what you're actually talking about. But you need a prototype. And the good thing about working with research is sometimes they already have product, but it may not be in production. That's why they are not in the market. They may have something in what is called like what we call MATLAB, not exactly working, but they have done this algorithm, it's already working. But the thing like this is how to actually show it. I show another video is that imagine you want to build the smallest computer. Will it sell? Let's say you want to build the smallest computer. Will it sell? So you want to show someone, right, and get a feedback. Then you can convince, right? That is a good way to understand. Then if the person says they want to pay how much, let me show you some things about, let's say you want to build the smallest computer and see whether people will buy it. Sorry.
Hi,
Yeah.
I'm John, and I'm going to give you a guided tour of the latest revolution in computer technology, the TEP, the smallest computer in the world. You'll notice it only has one key, but still performs all the functions of a regular keyboard. For instance, if I want to type the letter A, I press it once. For the letter Z, I press it, you guessed it, 26 times. Okay, how about punctuation? For a comma, I hold it down for 4 seconds, release it for 2, and then rat-a-tat-tat. This and all the other combinations are explained in the manual.
So you can see that a lot of times, right, when we actually talk to people, they may say, yeah, it's very good to build small computers. I'm going to buy it, But when you actually be able to show something, it make it very easy for you to explain and also for you to go back and rework your business proposals, your feature list, and whether the customer. Because that's why I think the good thing about working with a lot of with TEP is that they give you this 6-month evaluation time, where you can actually take this, maybe not really working, but prototype, and you can actually test it with a few of your key customers, and you talk to them. Some of the things may sound very ideal to you, but when you talk to them, they give you the problem. For example, you want to build a small computer, right? Where are you going to put your keyboard? I'm going to put one keyboard. I'm going to type the A and the Z. So these are some of the things that when we look at it is that TEP provide a very good platform for you to do that. But of course, I will tell you sometimes there are also certain challenges. And I think one of the challenges that actually we work with a lot of even researchers, even with TEP, the first time is that it's about domain knowledge. You may be talking about the same words. I always say this thing, same words, different meaning. How many people carry an apple? Anyone carry an apple here? How many carry a BlackBerry? Someone still carry? How many play Xbox? Yeah. But the problem lies is that when you talk about the same words, but when you use it in another content, right, it may be something very, very different for you and for them to understand. Let me show you something again. Sorry, I don't talk much because I think there are many, many interesting videos that we can talk about. Okay.
I bought something from you last week, and I'm very disappointed. Oh, yeah? What's the problem? Yeah, well, my BlackBerry is not working. What's about it? Run out of juice? No, it's completely frozen. Oh, yeah, I can see that. I'll tell you what. Let's try it on orange. That's got a few black spots, you see. Oh, dear, yeah. Sorry about that. Well, then, did you get my BlackBerry working? Well, it could be an application issue. But where did you store that BlackBerry? It was on my desktop. Well, you could try using a mouse to drag the BlackBerry to the trash. And after you've done that, you might want to launch the BlackBerry from the desktop. Well, I've already tried that a few times. I mean, all it did was mess up Windows. Well, it might be worth waiting a couple of weeks. They got the latest BlackBerries coming in then. Well, could you give me a date? Certainly. Let me put that date in my diary. Anything else I can help you with? Yes. I've also got a problem, to be honest, with my Apple. Oh, dear. That is an old Apple, isn't it? When did you buy that? Last week. Last week? Oh, they brought out 2 new Apples since then. What's the problem with it? Well, I'm trying to put my dongle in it, and it won't fit. Oh, yeah. And how big's your dongle? Well, I don't know much about these things, but my wife's seen a few dongles in her time. And she says it's a little bit on the small side. Well, I'm afraid there's not a lot I can do about that. Tell you what, let me try booting it. No, it's crashed. Anything else I can help you
anyway?
Well, funny enough, yes. My grandson's birthday soon, you see. Now, he's already got an apple and a blackberry. I mean, have you got anything else that you might just like?
Well, we're doing a special offer on these. I mean, I can't make head or tail of them, but the kids seem to like them. Xbox. 360.
Okay, it may sound funny to you, but frankly speaking, sometimes when we send an email to one of the guys, say, hey, can we actually improve the color of the BlackBerry? And what they will send you? Will send you agriculture patents, and you'll be surprised. So the thing like this is, what is the advantage of working with TEPs? I explain to them once. They have domain knowledge. They help you to do the filtering. I think that's a very much value added because we're really very short of time, and that itself help us in terms of trying to consider in our business. And that filtering process is and also that once you explain to them, you don't have to explain to too many parties itself. So it's kind of like let them do the job for you. And the best, right, is free, right? Make use of it. Okay, thank you.